It's the Cavaliers to start out. And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. LeBron and Crowder, the tandem at forward. Thomas and Smith teaming up in the backcourt. And it's Love in at the 5 spot. Cleveland on defense, outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Yeah, they were just pounded on the inside, particularly on that backboard. That was a huge disadvantage for them.
Well, the only way to compensate for getting out-rebounded as much as they did is to shoot about 99% from the floor. Haven't seen that happen.
Now, Brent, we're far enough into the season where certain rookies are starting to hit the wall. What can coaches do to stop that process or help them through that process of that rookie, that so-called rookie wall?
I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, Kevin, there's not much a coach can do for a player. And I'll tell you, I've seen it where years a player after 41 games is gassed. And certainly over the course of the past few years, I've seen plenty of rookies not be phased at all. So it just depends on the makeup of the guy and what he's been asked to do. I don't know that there's too much a coach can really get into the head of a player on, other than trying to keep him confident.
Well, Darren Collison going through the free agency process this last summer. Greg, Indiana jumped at the chance to add him to the roster.
Yeah, and with Collison and his ability to play in so many ways, that is what made teams go after him. He doesn't always take a big signing to change the complexity of a team. Getting solid contributors like Collison go a long way in building the foundation of a team.
It's been a slow start here for Cleveland. It's a 5-point game. James dishes to Love. Screen by Smith. There's the pick. LeBron with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. That shot wide open. Love's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Collison kicks to Bogdanovich. And Oladipo has it in the corner. Rebound by Smith.
You got to make that. The defense was far from terrible, but, man, that's an easy shot.
And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Smith.
Yeah, you still have to get a hand up, even with LeBron out there. That's the one shot you invite him to take, but at least get the hand up.
Collison kicks to Young. From the line. He can't get it to go. For the Pacers, they come in off a loss to the Heat.
And they had a ton of missed opportunities at the foul line. That's always a game changer.
Well, 9 times out of 10, if you can't take advantage of the freebies at this level, the outcome is not going to be in your favor.
For Indiana, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Collison kicks to Oladipo. Young in the corner. They grab their own miss. Bogdanovich passes to Sabonis, and finally they hit one.
Sabonis, a confident scorer on that play right there. Once he's got the ball in his hands in that area, he's looking to shoot.
James dishes to Crowder. 3-pointer. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Crowder's got his first 3 points of the game.
And if he can hit that shot, it spreads the defense out and really changes the complexion of the game.
Yeah, you can start to creep away off of certain people, but this is an early warning shot from him.
Oh, a little punch, counter punch action. Neither side flinching here.
Yeah, both sides trying to keep up with one another, but doing it from distance.
Now, here's Thomas. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
Collison against Thomas. Collison kicks to Bogdanovich. Screen by Young. Bogdanovich against James. 5 on the clock. Shoots from the block. Sabonis. The shot. No good. And Cleveland will come the other way. The Pacers beat them last time when these two teams met in Indiana.
It was a loss last time they faced up against each other. A very tightly contested game that they felt they could have won.
Man, felt like they probably would have won if they weren't saddled with all that foul trouble. They had to piece together some makeshift lineups late in that game. That might have cost them.
And here's Oladipo after J.R. Smith getting his 3 to go. And there it is for him. Oladipo's got his first 2 points.
Victor shows a little bit of touch there from the mid-range. A knockdown shooter from that spot on the floor.
It's a pick by Love. Here's James. Great D that time from Collison.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Just couldn't complete the play.
They get the rebound. And Oladipo kicks to Young. And stolen by LeBron. Down low. Here's...
Oh!
Yes, sir. Well, JR's such a strong guard that time, scoring through contact, always hungry to do so.
And J.R. Smith, one of the more unabashed gunners, Brent, in the NBA.
I always say this about J.R. Smith, Kevin. When in doubt, shoot. Stay in doubt all the time. And J.R. Smith has played his career in doubt.
Smith no good on the free throw. And the Cavs over the last few seasons setting records when it comes to three-pointers made.
And really, they did a good job of surrounding LeBron with floor spacers. They doubled down on that when they got Channing Frye. And then when he and Kevin Love play together in the front court, the Cavs can bury you with their long-range shooting.
Here's Thomas after Darren Collison's bucket. Outside Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Collison. And Bogdanovich kicks to Collison. That misses, had a chance to tie it there. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Outside Crowder. Off target from three-point range. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. The kick out to Oladipo. Young sets a screen for Oladipo. Thaddeus Young on the wing. They set the pick. Over Love. Shot clock reset for the Pacers. Sabonis, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Pass to Thomas. It's a pick by Love, and looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
No, that's a good call. Just keep arguing with the officials because they change that call all the time. Not.
And Cleveland making a change here. Wade's checked in. Here's Sabonis. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Miami. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
You can't afford to let guys get comfortable there. The defense somehow avoided that shot from going in.
Wade passes to Thomas. He hits Crowder on the wing. They grab their own miss. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. James has got 5 now.
How about LeBron just finding himself in the right position, being patient, grabs the ball and uses his size well there.
It's rebounded by Cleveland. He feeds it to Thomas. Love outside. Three-pointer, Crowder. Crowder with another miss. Pacers trail by 5. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Shots good from Young.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
For Cleveland, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. That's a pick by Love. And here is Thomas. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Over Bogdanovich. Out of bounds. Indiana takes possession. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for Cleveland.
And no doubt they relied upon that three-point shot to provide a big chunk of their scoring. That's been a trend in the modern NBA, and they took that philosophy and ran with it.
Indiana's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Collison dishes to Bogdanovich. There's the pick. Collison with a screen on LeBron. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And Thaddeus Young he's got a unique offensive skill set. I mean, he really is able to score over bigger players with just an array of little hooks and floaters and off-balance shots in the lane.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. And Greg, at about 6'8", what is it that enables Young to finish so well inside?
I think it's more finesse than power. Not a lot of free throws for him, but he can get his shot off quickly before the shot blockers have time to gather.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Jefferson's checked in for Sabonis. Lance Stevenson comes in for Bogdanovich. Corey Joseph's checked in for Victor Oladipo. And Joseph Young subbed in for Darren Collison. Now, here's Wade. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Thompson outside. Kicks it to Korver. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Wade outside. Over Joseph. Knocks down the step back Jay. Wade's got his first bucket of the night.
And the mid-range jump shot is something Dwayne Wade has really perfected throughout his career.
Stevenson kicks to Young. It's stolen by Green. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. "14 feet away. And Stevenson pulls it in.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Young against Green. And Young kicks to Jefferson. 5 on the clock. Back to Young for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Young's got the game tied up here for the Pacers.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
The dish to Green. Thompson, a screen on Young. Outside, Green. Wade outside. Feeds to Rose. Trying his luck deep. Doesn't go for him. So Indiana will take it the other way. And Joseph kicks to Young. Screen by Young. And Young, here we go. Terrific design on the pick play. And he lays it in. Young's got 12 in the game.
Well, the O looks unstoppable tonight, especially because of that guy. He's just torching them.
And Jefferson sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jefferson. Leaf checked in for Young. There's 1:38 left in the first quarter of the game. Korver, good.
Gotta love how Korver's outside shot keeps looking better and better with each passing game.
Jefferson setting the pick for Stevenson. Joseph against Wade. Joseph the pass to Jefferson. And the dunk by Jefferson.
And another momentum shift. These teams going back and forth all night.
Yeah, which team's going to find some consistency first? Neither one can pull away.
Now, here's Green. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Raptors in Toronto. The screen from Thompson. Pass to Green. Shot clock at 6. Gets deflected.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
It's Young on the wing. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Wade against Joseph. Over Wade. Wade with the defensive effort. The Cavaliers trailing. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Outstanding job by Korver in how he swings the pass over to the most open man on the court.
Jefferson inside. He's covered by Thompson. Can't hit from in close. Rose. And no good. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Cleveland ahead, up 1. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And of course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his tremendous leadership.
I put all the pressure on me to be better and come through for my teammates. This is the position I put myself in. It's the position I put our team in, and as the leader and the guy that goes out there and make things happen, that's the way it's going to be.
Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James with a textbook example of how to take responsibility and lead.
And Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
And off we go. A close game now starting the second quarter. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
I mean, you saw it. That barrage of threes has them grooving here after one.
Well, they found a little bit of space out there on the perimeter, and they have a shared confidence right now. That tends to breed some success for this team.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Derrick Rose is out there with Dwayne Wade. Then it's Green. Then there's Kyle Korver. And it's Thompson in at the center filling out the middle. And looking at the real stats, real scores from the real NBA, we can see the teams that make the most of their trips to the foul line. Second, the Cavaliers.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
Now, here is Young, looking for his first basket still in this one. 6 to shoot, pass to Leaf. Here's Joseph. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Now here's Korver. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. The kick out to Rose. The screen from Thompson. Takes a 3. And there's Korver on the assist by Rose. Korver's got his second basket of the night.
And when you give room to Kyle Korver, he's going to burn you. You have to play up on him and get him to drive.
Jefferson, a screen on Thompson. Stolen by Thompson. Korver against Stevenson. Korver dishes to Wade. Rose kicks to Wade. And there's the call on Joseph Young. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, Tyronn Lue still pretty much new to the coaching ranks, but a tremendous amount of experience from his playing career. He won titles with Kobe and Shaq in Los Angeles for the Lakers, played alongside Michael Jordan in Washington, and he's seen LeBron James bring a title back to Cleveland. That's a lot of championship experience for Ty Lue.
Korver, good.
Not often, but Korver getting active now on the inside to get a good quality shot.
Pass to Leaf. Jefferson, a screen on Thompson. Stolen by Thompson. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Lance Stevenson. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's around 10 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
I think you look across the board right now, and he's just doing a much better job. The numbers bear that out.
Now, here is Smith. He's got 5. The screen from Thompson. 5 to shoot. Lets it go from 11. He squares up and sinks it. And it's 7 points for Smith. And Brent, you talk about Cavs coach Tyronn Lue, having played with those greats, he knows how to win.
Well, he's never been intimidated by any player that he's suited up with, and certainly relished any of the opportunities to make contributions as a member of the teams that he played for. So he recognizes all those things, and I think he also recognizes the tremendous opportunity in front of him to coach one of the game's all-time greats in LeBron James.
Now here's Rose, following the miss by Al Jefferson. Rose passes to Thompson. Back to Rose. And here's Green outside. Pacers with the rebound. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns in Phoenix. That sets off a 5-game tour for them. Rose against Young. Stevenson outside. It's taken away by Smith. Oh, and here comes Smith. All alone.
Oh, wow.
Hello.
That's a beautiful jam.
JR getting up huge that time. What a jam.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Now, here is Young. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Here's Joseph. And counted. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line, 79% overall.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Sabonis, he's checked in for Jefferson. Bogdanovich comes in for Lance Stevenson. And it's Collison in for Young. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Kevin Love's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Jay Crowder comes in for Jeff Green. LeBron's checked in for Kyle Korver. And Thomas subbed in for Rose. Free throw good, Joseph. Brent, when you were playing, your ability to pass and shoot, and you were 6'7", really a positionless player before the term became popular. You could play so many ways, in so many different positions all over the floor. I would think that would fit today's game perfectly.
Well, it's nice of you to say, Kevin. I'd like to think that I was a bit of a switchblade player, especially the way the offenses now are expanding to the three-point line and giving guys with creativity a lot of room to operate. And if the first available shot's an open three for a guy on your team, I could probably sink my teeth into something like that.
You like positionless basketball? Why do you like watching it now?
Well, that's the way I play defense, Kevin, positionless.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Outside Crowder. James in the post. He's covered by Bogdanovich. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
LeBron James has developed that outside shot effective from that area on the floor.
From 12 feet out. Collison, no good.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Thomas kicks to Smith. It's a pick by Love. And Smith gets double teamed. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Kevin Love's such a versatile offensive player who can pass, who can shoot with range. I like him looking to score inside to get himself going, and that's the way that the offense has tended to go. First quarter seems to belong to Kevin Love.
That free throw good from Kevin Love. And you can't defend Kevin Love with smaller players. He can take him down on the block.
Well, he can back them up a little bit, Kevin. Then go to either hand. Use the right, use the left, and shoot the jump hook over the top. And then sometimes if he slows himself down, has a great pump fake to draw in the contact.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Young's checked in for Leaf. And it's Victor Oladipo in for Corey Joseph.
Well, they depend on him to score, and that doesn't mean just from the field. Sometimes it comes from the charity stripe.
Young outside. Here's Sabonis. He's guarded by Love. Sabonis with the bucket.
Well, Sabonis can play there on the block. That's where he did a lot of damage in college. So him working inside, that's a good sign.
Thomas dishes to Love. Thomas a screen. In the corner, Crowder with it. Cleveland moving it around. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Yeah, easy call.
The Cavaliers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
That free throw good from Isaiah Thomas. Both free throws good from Isaiah Thomas.
And really, as recently as 2014, the Pacers were a team with that old school front court. Some tall timber inside, and they played that slow, methodical pace. They have revamped the roster, looking to space the floor and really fire it up on offense. He heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
The Pacers have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
One shot, gentlemen.
That free throw good from Thaddeus Young. The Cavaliers leading by 4. James outside. It's Crowder on the wing. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And that's now 6 points for Jay Crowder.
LBJ terrific when it comes to moving the ball. He has a strong sense for when his teammates are open and then when to deliver.
Here's Collison. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it.
And let's check out stats for James. The past month has been surreal. 4th in assists, 4th in steals, and ranked among the top 10 in scoring. He can fill it up with the best of them.
And as you said, dropping dimes at a top 5 pace. He's in total command of his team. They look to him for leadership, and he does not disappoint. Here's Love, and the Cavaliers getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Collison, the pass to Young. Here's Oladipo. And the shot no good, a bit short. The Cavaliers leading by 9. Here's Crowder. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Oladipo with the ball. Now Smith defending. Lets it go from 14. Cavaliers with the rebound. Love's got his 4th rebound in this one. Thomas kicks to Crowder. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Timeout.
And this really is the story of the game. They've been outstanding from beyond the arc, especially in the second quarter.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana. Hey, Brent, you and I were talking about the toughest players in the league just a minute ago. It's easy to go right to physical attributes, but let's shift it. And who are some of the toughest guys mentally in the game now?
Well, those guys who are thinking out there on the floor, not only about what they have to do, Kevin, but getting their guys lined up and into right spots. I think that Marc Gasol does an incredible job of that in Memphis, especially as the center, knowing all the coverages, backing up the line of defense on pick and rolls, rebounding, outletting, scoring. That's a lot of work for a big guy. And the elite guys that we could talk about, Kev, Chris Paul and LeBron James. I mean, how good are those guys when it comes down to making sure that things are communicated between the coach and that all five guys know their responsibilities on the floor?
Yeah, but if it can come from the back end, like you said with Gasol, what about a guy like DeAndre Jordan, who I think has really tried to improve that part of his game?
I think there's a lot more appreciation for how much DeAndre Jordan does, especially the way that he contributed to the USA team.
Pacers trail by 12. Collison kicks to Oladipo. Collison in the post. Thomas is there. Young with no one around. And the three ball is good. Young's got 18 points.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Thomas against Collison. Thomas kicks to Crowder. Crowder with another miss.
He's still looking for his shot. Somehow they're winning. They'd like to get him going.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And Sabonis is a very skilled young big man. He stepped right into the starting role last year with the Thunder and consistently was getting about 20 minutes trying to figure out where it is that he could be effective. The one thing about Sabonis that I think is going to help him is more touches around the paint. Last year, a lot of room to grow as a perimeter player. We'll see if he can put it together this year.
2 shots.
And the first one drops. And for those of you wondering why Sabonis' name sounds familiar, well, he is the son of the legendary Lithuanian player Arvydas Sabonis.
Well, if you watch the two of those guys side by side, the one thing that stands out between the Sabonis big men is the fact that they are very, very skilled. They have great vision and a great sense of the game, almost playing like guards at times from the post-up area.
That misses, so he splits the free throws.
Sabonis has a tremendous skill set for a 7-footer. Remember his dad, Hall of Famer Arvydas Sabonis, very creative in his own right.
And they'll keep possession. And he comes up with the deuce.
Well, the game's 4 quarters, and after a tough first half, he's found his rhythm in the second.
James dishes to Love. Passes it to Thomas. And the wide open shot from Crowder drains it from beyond the arc. Crowder's got 9 points in the quarter.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Collison kicks to Bogdanovic. Here's Oladipo, and again it's Indiana.
Oladipo executed that pick and roll well. Remarkable at scoring whenever he gets room to shoot off the screen.
Thomas passes to Love. Thomas a screen. Love dishes to James. The kick out to Crowder. Doubled by Bogdanovic. Shot clock at 5. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Here's Thomas. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Thomas got 7 points in the game. Pacers trail by 9. Young outside. Young sets a screen for Oladipo. And the Pacers tack on 2 more.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Now, here's Wade. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Thomas against Collison. Thomas, no good.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Here's Sabonis. He's got 9. Here's the screen. Here's Young. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, last season, LeBron very outspoken, saying the Cavs were too top-heavy. The Irving trade has brought them some much-needed depth. And you talk about the depth for the Cavs. Crucial when facing a team like the Golden State Warriors. If everything comes together, I think there's a chance their trade with Boston might give them a better shot at winning it all.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Kevin Love. And so Young nails them both. 1:11 left in the first half of the game. Collison against Thomas. Unloads from 13. Good as the jump shot falls. Thomas got 6 here in this quarter.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
Here's Collison. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
Shooting for Indiana, Darren Collison. Taking 2 shots.
Two shots.
And he can't get the first one. Some changes for Indiana. Al Jefferson's checked in for Sabonis. And Lance Stevenson subbed in for Bogdanovich. And then for Cleveland, Green, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. Korver comes in for LeBron. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. Good on the second free throw. There's 49 seconds left now here in the second.
If they play it right, we're talking a 2 for 1.
Yeah, this is where it comes down to really good clock management, and you want to maximize each of your possessions. And when he's this close, he's got to make it. The defense was pretty good, but just shouldn't miss that.
Young in the corner, shoots the 3. And it's D. Wade with the rebound. Cleveland leading by 6. Left side Rose. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Misses the layup. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Got a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Duran. Lou, Coach, what is the focus going to be in the second half?
Just play the right way. Move the ball, share the ball, get stops, and get out and run the transition.
Always leads to good results. Thanks, Duran. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first half in the books. This is Ernie Johnson. This is Shaquille O'Neal. This is Ken Smith. Welcome back.
Ken,
as we break down the action. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. They really touched on the right formula in the second quarter as they were able to pull out to a 6-point lead before the halftime break. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, I love the way they're pushing the tempo, beating the defense down the floor, filling the lanes, finishing with authority, Ernie, getting to the rim and finishing hard.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Indiana?
Well, they faced an all-out aerial assault, bombs everywhere. But they're still in position to win this game. But they were bombed from deep all half long, Ernie. They need to revamp the perimeter approach on defense. They don't need to take everything away, but they got to make it harder.
And now, folks, just moments away from the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. One guy who's getting it done is Thaddeus Young.
Yeah, good things happen when you maintain composure. Their shot selection has been extremely disciplined.
Hey, Greg, is there a shot that he's taken that has been out of the flow of the offense? I don't think so.
Pacers trail by 6. Collison and Oladipo pair at the 1 and the 2. Sabonis is out there with Young, and it's Bogdanovich in at the 3. They're the group for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Screen by Young. Here's Collison. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Collison's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Pacers. Thomas kicks to Thompson. Thomas a screen. LeBron against Bogdanovich. Thompson dishes to Thomas. The screen from Thompson. Thomas kicks to Smith. But they get it back. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Well, that's what Tristan Thompson does best, just working the glass and working the D over.
And Brent, when you watch Tristan Thompson pursue offensive rebounds, he's constantly battling for position inside.
Well, he toes the line a lot with what he can get away with, but more and more the experience on the court and who it is that he's playing against does a great job of predicting where shots are coming off, finding angles on the inside, and being in great position to make easy scores.
Brent, coming down the stretch of a tight game, some coaches like to substitute for offense and defense. Others don't. What would be your preference if you were coaching?
I think the idea has to totally do with matchups, Kevin. You're looking out on the floor. If all of a sudden the guy you want with the ball has a mismatch or an advantage, I'm going to stay away from any sort of timeout to give a coach 60 seconds to talk about something that he could probably shut down. I might not be able to be as creative as what's just happened in the flow of the game, and I'll trust my player to make the right play for me at that time.
The Cavaliers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
That free throw, no good. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Love's checked in. And the second free throw, good. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Young outside. It's Oladipo on the wing. He can't hit that time. Smith with the defensive effort. LeBron with it. Picked up by Collison. The pass to Thomas. Floats it up for James. Hammers the alley-oop through.
LeBron gets behind the eyes of the defense for the highlight reel jam.
Great way to see the alley-oop. That replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Here's Young. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
No doubt without these contributions, they'd be in a much deeper hole in this one, no question.
Jeff Green is checked in for the Cavaliers. And it's the Cavaliers to start out. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. LeBron and Crowder, the tandem at forward. Thomas and Smith teaming up in the backcourt. And it's Love in at the 5 spot. Cleveland on defense. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Yeah, they were just pounded on the inside, particularly on that backboard. That was a huge disadvantage for them.
Well, the only way to compensate for getting out-rebounded as much as they did is to shoot about 99% from the floor. Haven't seen that happen.
Now, Brent, we're far enough into the season where certain rookies are starting to hit the wall. What can coaches do to stop that process or help them through that process of that rookie, that so-called rookie wall?
I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, Kevin, there's not much a coach can do for a player. And I'll tell you, I've seen it where years a player after 41 games is gassed. And certainly over the course of the past few years, I've seen plenty of rookies not be phased at all. So it just depends on the makeup of the guy and what he's been asked to do. I don't know that there's too much a coach can really get into the head of a player on, other than trying to keep him confident.
Well, Darren Collison going through the free agency process this last summer. Greg, Indiana jumped at the chance to add him to the roster.
Yeah, and with Collison and his ability to play in so many ways, that is what made teams go after him. He doesn't always take a big signing to change the complexity of a team. Getting solid contributors like Collison go a long way in building the foundation of a team.
It's been a slow start here for Cleveland. It's a 5-point game. James dishes to Love. Screen by Smith. There's the pick. LeBron with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. That shot wide open. Love's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Collison kicks to Bogdanovich, and Oladipo has it in the corner. Rebound by Smith.
You got to make that. The defense was far from terrible, but man, that's an easy shot.
And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Smith.
Yeah, you still have to get a hand up, even with LeBron out there. That's the one shot you invite him to take, but at least get the hand up.
Collison kicks to Young. From the line. He can't get it to go. For the Pacers, they come in off a loss to the Heat.
And they had a ton of missed opportunities at the foul line. That's always a game changer.
Well, 9 times out of 10, if you can't take advantage of the freebies at this level, the outcome is not going to be in your favor.
For Indiana, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Collison kicks to Oladipo. Young in the corner. They grab their own miss. Outside Bogdanovich. Back to Young from downtown. Again, Young missing. The Cavaliers leading by 10. Puts it up from 15. And he overshot that one, missing. Here's Bogdanovich. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Doesn't go that time. Good work defensively by Crowder. Here's James. Kicks to Crowder. Puts it up from 12. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 5 assists in the game.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Oladipo misses. Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Back to Smith. He kicks it to Thomas. Green with a screen for Thomas. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Thomas got 12.
I give some credit to the screen out there. That totally freed up the shooter to take advantage of that look.
Young from outside, and the three ball is good.
Well, if he's hitting shots from there, he becomes so much more dangerous.
Smith against Oladipo. Shoots from 12. Smith, no luck.
Those are the types of looks that you got to finish deep in the paint and limited defensive effort.
Here's Bogdanovich, and the basket is good. Bogdanovich has got his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, and Bogdanovich, a talented scorer, likes getting involved down low.
Thomas a screen. Smith dishes to Green. The feed now to LeBron. Buries the long-range jumper. James has got 5 points in the quarter.
I love the pace he's playing with, letting his offense come to him naturally and then building upon this lead for his team.
Here's Collison. Excellent D from Thomas.
Really shocking he didn't take advantage of that golden opportunity there. He needs to be much better in that situation. The D has done a very poor job at contesting him from outside, guys. He's tearing into them right now, and they cannot stop him.
And here's Bogdanovich after LeBron James hitting the three. And it's good for 2. He's got 11.
And his teammates have to step up just a little bit more. He's been lights out. Needs a bit more support.
Thomas a screen on Bogdanovich. James kicks to Green. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Green's got his second basket of the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Timeout called the Pacers. And Brett, when you look at the way LeBron has constructed his business empire, hiring his childhood friends to manage it, it's been talked about, but it's been successful.
Well, he's taken ownership, Kevin, of what his career has been, but he's also empowered those around them to have a future, to make a life. And he certainly is blazing his own trail as he's made his way through his career in the NBA.
Some changes for Indiana. Leaf checked in for Young. Corey Joseph comes in for Victor Oladipo. Young is subbed in for Darren Collison. Here's Joseph. He's got 5. Guys, there's still time for them to make a run.
Can't have any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Screen by Young. Outside, Bogdanovich. Here's Sabonis. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Here's the screen. Thomas kicks to Crowder. Thomas inside, defended by Young. Kept alive. Here's Crowder, and the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
And Stevenson's checked in for the Pacers. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Wade, he's checked in for Smith.
1 shot.
Free throw good, Crowder.
And when you look at Jay Crowder, he kind of bridges that gap between role player / star player. The numbers might not wow you, but his tough play at both ends of the court is extremely valuable.
Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Cleveland leading by 14. Thomas kicks to James. over Stevenson, and LeBron with the basket, the assist by Thomas. And that's 17 points for LeBron. And Greg, wouldn't you agree, Crowder clearly one of the best in the NBA in defending?
Without question. I mean, this guy guards 3 positions every night. And the combination of strength, quick feet, and then the quick hands make him a problem.
Cleveland's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Green, the screen. Stevenson against James. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Crowder, the pass to Green from 18 feet away. No good off the front iron. Pacers trail by 14. Young outside. Nobody near Stevenson. And again, it's the Pacers from deep. The Cavaliers shooting well, 50% from the floor. LeBron dishes to Crowder. Out to the right wing. Thomas. Again, the Cavaliers score. Indiana's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. There's a screen. Over to the wing. Indiana moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Joseph against Crowder. Scooped up. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. For Indiana, they have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. Free throw good. Sabonis. Jefferson's checked in for Indiana. And then for Cleveland, Kevin Love's checked in for Green. Korver comes in for LeBron. And it's Rose in for Thomas. He doesn't get the second one. The Cavaliers leading by 12. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Joseph. To the paint. Right wing. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Joseph.
And a moment here to look at the numbers for Sabonis. Getting around 12 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
I think you look across the board right now, and he's just doing a much better job. The numbers bear that out.
Now here's Love. He has 7. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Back in 2008, Kevin Love was drafted with the 5th pick by Memphis and then traded to Minnesota, and he became the Timberwolves star player in a hurry. But they couldn't surround him with the kind of talent necessary to make it out of the lottery in the Western Conference.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. And despite his production, Love's impact was questioned in Minnesota, even at times, Brent, by the Wolves front office.
Well, the idea in Minnesota is they didn't want to commit to the full 5-year max and had Ricky Rubio at the time as the franchise player. And even the whispers after the trade of Kevin Love, you heard a lot of things that might have been unflattering, most of which I don't think were necessarily true. In the end, the trade worked out for both teams. Wiggins got to Minnesota, the Cavs got a star in Kevin Love, and then ended up with a title.
And the Pacers call time here.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
Well, who doesn't like fast break basketball? They're on the 2K Sports leaderboard, the real stats, real scores from the real NBA with the teams who have scored the most points in transition this season. In third, the Pacers.
You know, it's an entertaining style of play. And look, I mean, those are the baskets you want if you've got the legs for it. Scoring becomes a lot easier.
Now, here's Jefferson. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And yes, it's good. Sabonis has got 7 points for the quarter. The Cavaliers leading by 12. Wade with it. Love outside. Back to Wade. Over Joseph. From 16 feet away, he cans it. Wade's got 6.
Well, the defense wasn't all that bad, but Wade's offense is just sometimes too good for anything you throw at him.
Jefferson kicks to Sabonis. Wade against Joseph. To the inside. Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Jefferson.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Now, here's Wade. He has 6. There's the screen. Love kicks to Crowder. It's stolen by Jefferson. On the wing, Stevenson. Guarded by Korver. Tries a 3. Shot clock reset for Indiana. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And Cleveland gets called for the foul. Pacers have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game.
At the line for 2.
And that one falls for Jefferson. Isaiah Thomas, he's checked in for Cleveland. And so he makes both from the line. 1:32 left here in the third quarter. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Crowder with the steal. Oh, here we go now. Crowder's got it, the fast break chance. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now, here's Joseph. 5 points in the game. Young outside. Clock at 6. Hangs in the air. And it's Jefferson laying it in. Jefferson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Hey, wait.
Love against Jefferson. Stolen by Joseph. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Young outside. Stevenson outside. Sabonis, the pass to Young. Indiana moving the ball around. From 13. And the shot falls short this time. Korver. It's off. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We come back right after this. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Cleveland leading by 12, and Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Jay Crowder out there with Kevin Love. Then there's Kyle Korver. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Thomas in at the point guard position. Now here's Thomas. Joseph with the rebound.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Here's Oladipo. He dishes it to Jefferson. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Crowder. Count that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Al Jefferson. Joseph against Thomas. He feeds it to Love. Outside for Korver. Now Thomas. Back to Wade. From deep. It's rebounded by Stevenson.
He's not doing his team any good by taking shots from that range.
Yeah, the only thing that kind of shot helps with is your opponent's chance of winning.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
Yeah, sometimes everything can go right, but the shot doesn't go down. Nothing there is automatic.
Now here's Wade. Thomas a screen. Love with the screen for Wade. Fires for 3, and there's Love. That's good on the assist by Wade. 12 points for Love.
Now how quickly did Kevin Love get that shot off? What great confidence in that stroke.
Joseph dishes to Young. Oladipo outside. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
A little tit-for-tat action going on the back-to-back trade.
Yeah, a little gamesmanship from range could force both defenses to maybe extend out a little further.
Now here's Wade. Over Oladipo. Goes back up. And that one's good. Love. Love's got 5 points now this quarter.
Signs of relentless work right here from Kevin Love on the glass to grab that rebound.
From deep, Stevenson. Love grabs the board. Love's got 8 rebounds in this game. Thomas kicks to Korver. The dish to Wade. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. And the Cavaliers lead by 14. And Young now, top of the key. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. Love. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Sabonis, he's checked in for Jefferson. Bogdanovich comes in for Lance Stevenson. And it's Collison in for Corey Joseph.
Shooting 1.
Thaddeus Young, no good on the free throw.
LeBron takes on such a massive responsibility season after season and has just become so devoted to maintaining his health. That's the remarkable thing about his career. He just doesn't miss time with injuries. And if you've ever watched LeBron in the offseason, in between practices, in between games, the guy is a flat-out machine.
Now here's LeBron after Darren Collison's miss. Shot by Crowder, no good. Bogdanovich against Crowder. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. That shot off. The Cavaliers leading by 12. Crowder kicks to Thomas. And stolen by Bogdanovich. And here we go. Looking to end his cold spell. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
At the line for your Pacers, Darren Collison.
2 shots. And that one falls for Collison. Both shots good from the stripe. And here is Thomas. James a screen on Collison. Thomas kicks to James. The kick out to Crowder. Crowder with another miss.
Well, he was terrific in the first half, guys. Maybe some adjustments from the opposing team coach, and he's lost a little bit of that touch here in the second.
Here's a bonus. They set the pick. Here's Collison. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
To give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
The drive by James. It's rebounded by Indiana.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
Now, here is Young. From deep. And James pulls it down. James has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Shot to stop the drought, and he nails the jumper. James has got 19 points.
I like it when LeBron has that kind of rhythm. A one-piece shot, difficult to guard, obviously, but that's a good look from him.
Smith against Oladipo. Young outside, off the pick, and Young slams it home.
Sabonis is going to get better and better at setting screens for his basketball team. Nice unselfish play there.
James, the pass to Green. Collison against Thomas. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Thomas got 9 points here in the second half. Thomas against Collison. Lays it up off the glass.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
There's a good screen. Green dishes to LeBron. Thomas inside. He's against Collison. Thomas's shot is off.
And right now, I think just his demeanor is hurting the team. His shooting's been off, and he knows it.
And Oladipo has some parts of his game that needs work, but he is certainly terrific on the big finish.
Yeah, I mean, he's got longer arms than you would think for a player of his size, and the overall physical skill set, there's no doubt about it. You know, you look at his ability to just stay floating in the air for that extra moment when he's in attack mode, and this is a young man that still has his best basketball ahead of him.
First one falls for him.
2013, Victor Oladipo heard his name second in that draft. One of the best shooting guards in the league and getting better.
Oladipo hits them both.
And when you watch Oladipo, you just like his explosiveness. Every moment he can come out there, he's got some room to get to it. He could take off on you and make something extremely exciting and athletic happen. He streamlined his game a little bit, so when he's not playing in a hesitant mode, he becomes that much more impactful. Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon, because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
And it's Oladipo with the jam.
I love the burst of speed turbo button there from Oladipo. He can blow right past him.
The Cavaliers leading by 4. And Oladipo, as you said, can just be a ball of energy out there on the floor.
I like the fact that Oladipo is honing in on his skilled shots. Still trying to figure out exactly what he does well, but he can't be passive. He's got to be aggressive, and he makes those kind of decisive plays. It ends up helping him and his teammates more often.
And finished off by Oladipo.
Oladipo so strong and scoring, even with the D kind of knocking him around a bit on that play.
Green, the screen. Thomas kicks to Green. Shoots from the baseline. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. 20 points for Isaiah Thomas.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Collison with it. Out guarded by Crowder. Oladipo outside. Good, and the assist goes to Collison. Collison's got 5 assists in the game.
It's just what the doctor ordered here. Boy, have they needed him here in the fourth.
Now, here's Thomas. Ron right side. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Sabonis has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
It's stolen by Smith. Kicks it to Crowder. Feeds it to Thomas. Smith outside. Hits the three-point bomb. And the Cavaliers lead by 4.
J.R. Smith has a quick release and can shoot it from deep, but that time a nice job off the pass.
Collison, the pass to Oladipo. They set the pick. This one for 3, and the Pacers another 3.
And that's from beyond, guys. Right back at you.
Yeah, that's a nice response there, leaving a voicemail in return from the three-point line. Looks like we're seeing similar game plans right now.
Now here's Thomas. Green, the screen. Thomas goes in, and it's in there. Thomas got 6 here in this quarter.
Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
Well, it's nice that he holds some things in reserve because he knows his time to explode. And confidence shown from Oladipo. He wants that shot in that moment.
Thomas dishes to Green. Green, the screen. To the middle. Tries it from 9. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. LeBron's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Collison kicks to Bogdanovich. They set the screen. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, you got to stay down on Bogdanovich's shot fake. Once he has you in the air, the rest is easy.
At the line for your Pacers, Bojan Bogdanovic. 2 shots. He misses the free throw.
And Bogdanovich is a confident, efficient player, a guy who can play either the 2 or 3 spots on the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Fry comes in for Jeff Green. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for J.R. Smith. Good on the second free throw.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
There's a good screen. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
A lot of this is just poor effort right now. He knows what the timing of the play should be. it's a little lazy about what it could be.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Channing Frye. Screen by Young. A wide open look here for Oladipo. The shot's good. Collison making the play. 23 points for Victor Oladipo. Wade sets the pick for Thomas. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
He hits the first one, and that ties the game up. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
He really relished these moments, and he loves those pressure situations.
There's the screen. Bogdanovich with a screen on Thomas. Oladipo gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game.
And finishing inside, something Oladipo has worked on, learning to deal with NBA size down low.
Thomas passes to Wade. The screen from Thompson. Here's James. Cans the 12-footer. James has got 21 in the game.
Look, give LeBron the ball and get out of the way. LBJ again.
Here's Collison. 54 seconds left in the fourth. Oladipo for 3. Offensive rebound. And Young kicks to Bogdanovich. Collison with it. Oladipo outside. Second chance shot. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
An aggressive Oladipo forcing the issue on the drive there.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. And so making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
And that's big there. Once he got the opportunity to get to the line and take the lead, you have got to convert.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're trailing by 1. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And usually you want to go for the 2-for-1 here to maximize the clock.
It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He told him we've got to make the most of every chance right now. This is a winnable game, but we've got to make plays. Guys, we'll see if they can come back.
Okay, David, much appreciated. LeBron drives in, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanovich.
How about LeBron's patience there? The defender biting on the pump fake. Hard to stay down. It's LeBron James.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that ties the game up.
He was able to tie it up, but he has to be disappointed that he could not give his team the lead.
Timeout called the Pacers. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Collison. There's the pick. Shot clock at 6. Back to Bogdanovich. Releases from 15. Can't cash in. Timeout called Cleveland. And a wide open look for James. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Indianapolis. Well, if you're just joining us, the intensity has really heated up in this one. As we watch this one go now to overtime. And the Pacers start off with the ball. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. And so in the game for the Pacers, Collison and Oladipo pair at the 1 and the 2. Young is out there at Bogdanovich. And it's Sabonis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Cleveland moving it around. Here's James. Good on the baseline, James. James has got the first points here in the overtime period for Cleveland. Collison kicks to Oladipo. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. Sabonis, no good. Cavaliers leading. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. And the dunk by James.
It's terrific basketball from Wade there to thread the pass to the wide open man for the clean look.
As against Collison. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Shooting for Indiana, Darren Collison. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Collison hits them both. As we saw, 4 quarters not enough. We're just over a minute into overtime. Thomas dishes to Thompson. LeBron James on the wing. Wade outside. All sorts of time. Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
Looked a little bit forced. No reason for it either. The defense was not even in the frame.
And he banks in the layup. Bogdanovich has got the game tied up here for the Pacers.
And as much offense as we saw earlier, I mean, we're seeing even more of it here now late in the game.
What is this, February? Feels like an all-star game is broken out. Neither side willing or able to stop the other.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
Justin Thompson with some force on that one.
The Pacers have gone 1 of 3 from the floor since the start of overtime. Now Collison. Oladipo left side. Comes up empty down low.
And the effort and anticipation on defense won't show up in the individual stat sheet, but effective.
Yeah, he takes a nice angle on it. He doesn't get the block, but he does get the alter.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around it.
Can't hit that one. Excellent D from Wade. In the corner, it's James. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Now that's a shot you got to step up on. Wide open, no coverage. Good shooters don't miss that often.
And here's Here's Collison. Outside Bogdanovich. Screen by Young. 5 to shoot. From 18 feet away. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Crowder with it. Picked up by Collison. Crowder, the pass to LeBron. Dishes to Thomas. Looking at the clock, just over 3.5 minutes into OT. Great D that time from Collison. There's a screen. Back to Oladipo. Young, a screen on Wade. Pass to Bogdanovich. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession. Smith checked in for Dwayne Wade. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Pass to Crowder. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Crowder's got 21 in the game.
Well, he's like a fumbling banker right now, dropping dimes with ease. I like how well he led his teammate on that possession.
Collison kicks to Oladipo. Over Smith. Connects! And now they trail by just 4.
Yeah, Victor Oladipo does not mind having the ball in that kind of situation. Outstanding at finding ways to score in the clutch.
James misses. No room for them to make a mistake here.
You got to almost play perfect from here on out.
Collison kicks to Sabonis. Sinks it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, that is the play of the game.
Nothing more rewarding than hitting the big shot for your team.
Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Smith with a screen on Collison. Shot clock at 6. James in the post. Over Bogdanovich. Beats the shot clock but can't get it to fall. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They're trailing by 2. Just 4 seconds left in the first overtime. Guys, your thoughts?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime.
There's a lot of hard work that goes into Oladipo and his game. He's a culture setter, one of those players who lives in the gym. This is great for OKC.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 1. That one drops. He ties it up.
You can't have any more pressure on you than he had at the line right there. Shows you what he's made up as he's able to tie it up.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. For 3, Smith. Got the shot! He
Just no better feeling to be able to deliver in a moment like that.
Yeah. Those stick with you for the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
Down it goes at the... buzzer. Boy, it doesn't get any better than that.
Man, I'm just blown away. Absolutely as clutch as you can get. People are going to be talking about that shot for a long time.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, the jumper was falling early tonight. Did you have a feeling it was going to work coming into the game?
I just trust, you know, the hard work and dedication that I put into the game. You know, when the cameras are not around, you know, I put a lot of hard work into the game, and, you know, it's my job to translate what I do when you guys are not around onto this stage. And, you know, I'm happy that my teammates allow me to be the leader, allow me to make plays for them and make plays for myself, and big-time role win for us.
It sure was, LeBron. Thank you for your time. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.